Thank you, John. First of all, I want to thank SEMA for inviting us here today and being a part of this great panel. This is my first year with Global Rallycross. We came in with a new group and bought the series and saw the vision here of a racing series. I've been around racing pretty much my whole life as a fan, as an amateur go-kart racer. Loved Formula One, loved NASCAR, loved IndyCar, and when this opportunity came about, only about a year and a half ago, I said, this is pretty awesome, this is wow. And so I'll just walk you through this pretty quickly and give you an idea of what we do. And you can see from this next little clip for yourselves the excitement here. Global Rallycross, as we see it as a big part of the future of motorsports. My background, just a little bit of information for you. I come out of the fashion industry, been involved in building many brands, and worked through IndyCar, won the Indy 500 in 2011 with Dan Weldon, worked with endorsement deals with Danica Patrick. And I see fashion and sports and all these pieces, you know, for the young society, I see all these elements fusing together as one, and I think I can bring a lot of my background from doing events and fashion shows and all these different pieces that I learned throughout my life. I see putting that and fusing that into Global Rallycross. Our fan base is young, it's dynamic, it's a fan base of 18 to 35, and I think that's the future, and that's the consumer that everybody's out there is looking for. Motorsports meets this young demographic, and we have superstars and great competition, great fan experience, and the series is bold and authentic, and our fans have complete open access to the paddock at a race. There's no limitation to that. They get to feel and touch the drivers, they get autograph sessions, and they get to feel it up close and really feel a big part of what we're putting on there. Our superstars in our sport, and we call them action sports heroes, they're dynamic. They create their own world. They're very socially active. They have conversations with their fans every single day, and it's a little different to other racing series, and that's why it's a combination of racing and action sports. And I'm sure some of you in the audience here can identify with at least one or two or three or four of the drivers in our series. The competition is very dynamic. It's fast, it's furious, and it's quick. And we run heat race formats that are 6-lap heats, 10-lap heats, either 6 cars in a heat, 8 cars in a heat, 10 cars in a heat. We have last chance qualifiers to make our final event. So there's constant action that's happening all the time. With the short attention span of the young youth out there today, everybody on Twitter and Facebook and looking for instant replies to their text messages and so on and so forth, can come to one of our events and get action all the time, or they can watch it on TV or on ESPN, or they can watch it online, and they can interact with it, and they can continually interact with it. And what we find in our sport is not only is it the interaction at the race or on TV, these fans are continually going back online and watching replays and cut-up pieces that are being put out there. Social engagement, I just touched on that, and we are very virally active. Our series and the action sports heroes that are in our series and the stars that we are creating through Global Rallycross, it all starts with social media and goes from there. And that, I think, is what's really interesting about the sport, is that we've shown this virility in the social world that is quite phenomenal and has taken off from that aspect. These are just some slides here of our engagement and how active we are and how we get our stories out there. From, we can tell 11,000 stories and we get to 1.9 million uniques on 11,000 stories. So we are very, very viral in that regard. Industry support and one of the key reasons we're all here, manufacturers play a big role in supporting the series. We have great support out there from Jamie from Ford. He likes to say he's the granddaddy. The gentleman from Subaru, who've done an awesome job, and their presentation is really spectacular. And Dodge has been a great supporter of ours, and show up to every event and make sure they're known. Hyundai is looking to come back into the series next year. They'll be here today at the race this week, and Mini will be here also as well with us. We have a couple new manufacturers who will be joining the series as well next year, and those announcements will be coming shortly. Just want to not lose my spot here. So the future is now. That's how we see it. Superstars, great competition, great fan experience. We've built a spectacular racetrack out here in Las Vegas. We're racing tomorrow and Thursday. Our final events start 3 o'clock on Thursday, but there's heat racing all day tomorrow, and there's heat racing on Thursday. We also have our lights class, which is another class we started this year for up-and-coming drivers to get into the big supercars. I just want to also make an announcement that we put out a press release today that we have signed Red Bull as our title sponsor in a multi-year deal, and are extremely excited about that and proud of that fact. And Red Bull, as most of you know, are the gold standard in motorsports, in their business, in promoting and in events. And I think it's going to help lift the visibility of your sport, not just at the track, but throughout retail, etc.